Playset sold separately.
Hi, it's Tyro Man, and I'm here at Revere Beach at the Sandcastle Festival, and we're going to be talking to the Disney company for their new game, Infinity. It's coming out in August, and it looks like it's going to be a great game. Hi, and I'm talking with Zachary Reeves, and he's one of the QA people for this new game, Infinity. Why don't you tell us a little about it?
Hi guys, I'm Zach Reeves. I'm from Disney Interactive in California, and we're here with Disney Infinity today. Disney Infinity is a virtually based game with an actual toy box where you have toys that interact with the actual game. Right now we have it released for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Wii U, Wii, and Nintendo 3DS. From there, we also have play sets that are structured for each of the actual individual characters, such as Pirates of the Caribbean. We have Jack Sparrow fighting against Davy Jones, and yet another timeless classic with the Pirates series. We have Monsters University, where you're actually going around and pranking with Fear Tech, which we actually saw a little bit in the Monsters University movie. We also have The Incredibles, where once again we're fighting Syndrome. He's taken over Metroville again, and we have to stop him. It's important to know that each of the playsets is its own individual story, which is completely different from the movies, so we were able to give the users a different experience based off of their favorite movies. We also have the toy box element, which the toy box is basically structured where any character that you have can go inside the toy box together. So you can have Sully from Monsters University hanging out with Lone Ranger inside the toy box while you guys are riding in Dumbo's ride from Disneyland. So we put in a lot of great elements. We have a lot of Disney theme park items such as the Matterhorn and Epcot Center. So we're very excited to see exactly how far this game is going to go. And you know, we're having such a great turnout here today in Boston, where everybody's loving it out here in Revere Beach. So we're really excited to see the future of what's going to happen with Disney Infinity.
Now, what was the process of picking the characters that were going to be in the game?
Well, those are all based on Pixar, because the game was originally based with Toy Story 3, with the toy box element that was seen in the Toy Story 3 video game. Avalanche Studios, who developed the Toy Story 3 game, is ones who are doing this game as well. And it was based on Pixar and live action movies. And so, as you can tell, with our great expansions that we have with the car sets and everything like that.
Okay. So most of the characters are now from the Pixar part of the scene?
Mostly from Pixar and live action films for right now. So hopefully, you know, keep your ears open. We could be announcing some new characters within the next couple of months. So we're really excited for that. So definitely check it out. This is a great game.
Now, what's your favorite character in the game?
My favorite character personally is Jack Sparrow. And the reason that I like Jack Sparrow so much is I also get to go in the toy box and I get to mess around with Tonto, who is also Johnny Depp and Lone Ranger. So it's like two different, you know, Johnny Depp characters get to cross blend together, but they're all fabulous characters. So if you want to come inside with me, we can go ahead and start taking a look at it.
Okay,
so,
great.
Come on inside.
So this is the game here?
Yes. So this is the part called the toy box that we have. Now basically what the toy box is it's a free-based world where basically you come in and you're on one square. And from there, the game tells you just build. It's limitless. You can build however high you want to. So as you can see up here, this is a pre-built world that we have. But what you can see up here, we have the house from Up. So that's extremely exciting. We have the Nicelanders building in the background over here from the Wreck-It Ralph. We also have the Phineas and Ferb water slide up here that you can check out, which is totally awesome. So from here, we actually bring up what's called our toy menu. Now, in the game itself, there's over 1,500 toys that you can actually place inside the toy box. From there, you have basic toys. We have our beach balls, we have giant snowballs, we have eggs, all sorts of stuff. From there, we have action toys. Now, with the action toys, you can actually build mazes. They're moving walls, so you can actually set up structured mazes to have your characters go through every day. We also have vehicles and mounts. So a lot of our vehicles are seen in a lot of our Disney movies. This is actually the Autotopia car from Disneyland that we were actually able to use. We also have Vanellope's Candy Cart, which is actually a fan favorite. Everybody loves Vanellope and they love their Wreck-It Ralph. Also a big fan favorite, we have a lot of the Tron items in the game. So the recognizer from Tron, we have the Tron vehicle, so people love their Tron. From there we have enemies that you can spawn inside the toy box. So we actually have the Soldiers of Clubs from Alice in Wonderland. What we did was we actually used a lot of our classic Disney movies to incorporate inside the toy box for the branding. So we actually were able to put such pieces as Agrabah in here where you can build your own Agrabah palace. As I said earlier, we have the Matterhorn. We actually have the Sorcerer's Broom from Fantasia. We have cast members, so we have the lovely Edna Mode from Incredibles. We have our townspeople, which are actually structured such as Cinderella, the fairy godmother. They can go around, they can actually run around the toy box and actually just be a part of it, which is really awesome. These are unlocked via our play sets, so these were unlocked via the Incredibles. We have critters. Now what's cool about the critters is they're actual, everything inside the toy box and inside this game is structured like a toy. So, for example, like this, we have them set up where they're like plushies. So they're like plushie toys for kids. So everything you'll see inside the game has the indentation to make it like an actual action figure. So you'll see it along their arms, along their kneecaps. You'll see it actually structuring into a fully functioning toy. From there we have blocks, we have racetrack pieces, we have building sets, we have playset pieces. We actually have Cinderella's castle. And what's cool about Cinderella's castle is it is the one from Disneyland, but on top of that, you can also, it's completely empty, so you can actually furnish it yourself. So we have couches and lamps and all sorts of stuff. So, you know, that's been a favorite today too. Everybody's just like, oh my God, I get to design my own Cinderella's castle. So that was extremely exciting. But when we look out here, so what we actually see here is these are our toys. So this is my favorite, Captain Jack Sparrow. Love him. So basically how this works is when we get the starter pack on game day, it comes with Monsters University, The Incredibles, and Pirates of the Caribbean. From there, you'll be able to have Jack Sparrow, Sully, and Mr. Incredible will be in the starter kit. So basically the starter kit comes with this, which is the Infinity base. You would place your character on here, and automatically they would be popped inside the game. Now, the transition is even easier than that. You can just take this character off, and we can throw Lone Ranger in. The transition is almost instantaneous. So from there, we also have these items right here. Now what these are hexagonal discs and power discs. Now what these do is these actually provide items and textures for your toy box. So what I have right here is a Dumbo, the Dumbo ride. So everybody gets excited about this. The Dumbo ride is now available. So what I did was I placed the actual hexagonal piece on the base and it dropped in Dumbo's ride. So now Lone Ranger can drive around in the toy box on Dumbo, which is really awesome. We also have texture pieces. So, whoops. So here we have Alice in Wonderland. So what we're gonna see is we're gonna see the background change and we're gonna also see the texture on the floor change. So I'm gonna put these both on here. It's gonna come up with this, I say yes. And as you can see, the background is now transitioned. So now we have the A-E-I-O-U in the background. You'll see glimpses of the Cheshire Cat. You'll see the actual ground floor change. And we have Tangled and Sugar Rush from Wreck-It Ralph that we can actually place in here that are on the wave one of the actual discs. The power discs are a little bit different. They're used more primarily in play sets. So basically the power discs are round circular discs, and they basically give your character powers. So you'll get increased shield damage, you'll get actual health, aided health, you'll get extra attack bonuses, things like that. Now actually pull one. So this is actual power disc. This is Bolt Super Strength. So Bolt Super Strength gives you an extra attack bonus. So it's about a 12% chance that it will pop up in the game. So when I actually place it on the reader underneath here, it will pop up. You'll see the image of the coin underneath, and now you know that your character has a chance of getting that attack bonus. So from there, the only other piece that we have to describe, these are our playset pieces. Now basically what these do is these unlock playsets inside the game. So around here you'll see we have Monsters University and Lone Ranger and Cars demoing. Each of those has this piece that unlocks a certain story mode. So for Lone Ranger, you're gonna go against the Cavendish men in the Old West. But in order to do that, you're gonna have this playset piece that comes in the 2-pack with the characters. And then if you want, I'll actually show you the display case behind us, which will actually show you the initial figures that we have on launch, and I'll give you some price points about what exactly, how much everything is gonna be.
Now, is this a multiplayer game, single-player game?
Yes, so the play sets are gonna be 2-player split screen. The toy box will be 2-player split screen or 4-player network. So basically a connection between Xbox or from Xbox 360 Neighborhood or PlayStation Network. They'll be able to connect through there. There's also upload and download content. So you'll be able to upload your created toy box to the server, and then you'll also be able to download other people's toy boxes and edit them.
And what would be the goal of the game? Like, what are you trying to accomplish?
Basically the goal is to complete the play sets. You want to get through all the story modes because you want to see how it all unravels. These are all different stories than they were in the actual movies, so it's a whole new plot twist. So you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I want to get to the end of Pirates because I want to see what happens to Davy Jones this time. On top of that, the toy box is an area where it's kind of like you let your hair down and you go inside and you just place whatever you want. It's basically whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be, however you want to do it. That is how it goes. So here is basic display case of everything that we're going to have on game day launch. So this is the starter pack that I was discussing with you over there. What it comes with is Mr. Incredible, Sully, and Jack Sparrow. They come with their own individual play sets, Monsters University, Incredibles, Pirates of the Caribbean. You also get the game itself, which also comes with the toy box, and then you get the Infinity Base, which is what you use to put your characters inside the game. From there, we also have an extension, which is the Lone Ranger playset. This is basically a story of the Cavendish in the Old West that features Lone Ranger and Tonto. That will be available for $34.99 on game day, while the starter pack will be $74.99 on game day. And that's for Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Wii U, Wii, and the Nintendo 3DS. From there, we also have the Cars playset, which features Lightning McQueen and Holly, and you unlock the world of Radiator Springs, where you get to go in and you get to race against Chick Hicks because you're gonna win the final race in Radiator Springs. So from there, we also have individual figures that will be sold on game day. We have Captain Barbossa from Pirates of the Caribbean. We have Mater from Cars, Mrs. Incredible, Mike Wazowski from Monsters University. We have Davy Jones over here, Syndrome from The Incredibles, and Randy from Monsters University. These will all be sold at $12.99 a piece on game day, as well as the little power discs and hexagonal discs I showed you. The cool thing about those is that we're actually setting it up in mystery packs, so it becomes like a trading card game, where it's like, okay, so I have my toys, I get to put them in my toy box, and from there, I get to actually trade out these discs so I can actually get them. And the little orange one that I showed you with Dumbo on top, they're actually rare. So they're gonna be orange with a holographic top, and they're actually rare. So kids, adults, everybody is gonna be going crazy trying to trade these so they can get the 100% complete set. So we're definitely excited about that. Toys R Us, Amazon, Best Buy, Disney Store, Walmart, Target. We go through all the major retailers. So this will be available on game day. You can pre-order it now on any of those available. or you can wait to game day and you guys can have a ton of fun. I've actually pre-ordered my copy. I love this game. I actually worked at Disney Interactive on Cars, so I'm very excited to see, especially how everybody is around Cars. I'm like, yay, this is so much fun for me. And it's great to see such an atmosphere that people are appreciating the game, they're loving the game. I haven't gotten any negative responses since I've been on this tour. And this is the Disney Infinity Summer of Endless Fun tour. And from there, this is traveling all over the place. So we actually we started off in downtown Disney in Anaheim, California. From there, we were at the Taste of Chicago in Chicago. We're here this week. Next week, we'll be in Michigan at the Coast Guard Festival. And then a week before launch, we'll actually be in Virginia at the Prince William County Fair. And then on launch weekend, August 17th and 18th, we'll be at Nintendo World. And then on launch day, on August 18th, we'll be in Times Square doing a huge event. So we're super excited for that. We'll be doing pre-orders all the way up until then. So we hope to see some people out there. We're super excited.
Now, how long did it take them to create the game? Do you know how long?
The creative process was about a good portion of years. It started after the Toy Story 3 project completed, and everybody was so appreciative and understanding and loving the toy box that the game's idea started from there. And it started building from the toy box, and then it evolved into this, where we have figures now and discs and bases and everything. I mean, it was a small idea coming to the biggest idea I have seen in ages. So.
And what was your involvement in the project? You were the QA? So what were you doing?
Basically, as a quality assurance tester, I make sure that the game comes to me, I test the game, make sure to send it back with any fixes that need to be fixed. So I've been on this game since day one. I especially took part in the PS3 version. So I've seen it from beginning to end. And I've been there. I know it's functioning and working great because I was on it. So. So definitely, it's fantastic.
Is there any hidden secret codes you want to share with people?
We haven't even launched yet. I can't say anything, but you guys will be able to figure that out on launch day. So.
All right, well, thank you for your time. This looks like it's going to be a great game.
And thank you for coming out, and we'd love to see you guys at other locations. And thank you, Boston. We had a great time.
National Supers Agency prepares to transport 3 notorious villains away to a maximum security prison. I think I speak for the entire city when I say, thank you, Incredibles, for saving us.
No thanks are necessary. It's all part of the...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I should be the one thanking the Incredibles. Do you have any idea how hard it was to get Snoring Gloria, the Hoarder, and my old pal Baron Von Ruthless together in one place? In fact, I'm so happy to see you guys, I think I'll throw a party. This is just a taste of the chaos my friends and I are about to unleash on this city. Catch y'all later!
I saw everything that happened, and I am on my way. Syndrome must not get away with this. The National Supers Agency has asked me to assist you. First things first, I am activating your company.
Get to safety. I'll handle the Omnidroids.
What is taking so long, darling? You must stop those Omnidroids before there is nothing left of the dog!
song about never saying never and never being told what you can or cannot do. This is one of us. Before I got to fighting, or when fighting got to me, I looked to find examples on the field of chivalry, and I saw mighty arms, much stronger than my arms could ever be. So I thought perhaps that field was not for me. But still I stayed and watched the fighting, till one figure stood apart, in armor newly fashioned, and a helm more pot than art. But each blow is thrown with honor and the lightness of the heart. So I took that step which soon became a start. 'Cause she was not the biggest fighter, nor one to raise a fuss, but I remember being proud that she was one of us. And we might never stand together in a shield wall side by side. Because of her I lift my sword